I'm Chylli from channel Chylli, also known as Try. Continuing on day 45, we are getting really close to the end of the game now. Alrighty, let's see what we can do here. I think we are just ready to get on with this day now. It has been a couple days since I last played, so I'm probably a little rusty, but we should be fine. I really need to get a new mouse. This thing does not work very well at all. Okay, so it's doing this error again. I really don't know why it's doing that. Give me a moment here. I'm going to try to figure this all out. Guess who had to completely reinstall the game, but hey, I got it all working again, so that's what really matters, I guess. A long time has passed since my loved ones left with their broken bodies and hearts. We finally met after such a long detour. I sent you a letter one day, that old strange letter that had the same name for sender and recipient. It told you that we would meet soon. Why so do you hesitate? Please, come with your mind at ease. I hope this environment satisfies you. I tried my best to recreate our office. You need at least one place in your life to feel comfortable, don't you? However, I speculate you feel that this place is a bit more serene than you might remember, so to say. There are many reasons for that. This is a reflection of your heart after all. The emptiness in your mind of us be what makes this place so void. We weren't particularly fond of untidiness, but there she was, always making a mess out of an organized room. There were times when we were used to such messiness, giving up on cleaning the room. Sadly, our hearts couldn't bear to recreate such a moment. I am sure that you now know. This space changes to the rhythm of your heart. This office is born from your heart, siphoned up from your deepest subconscious. Yes, many parts of the facility were extracted and created from our minds. How do you think such enormous underground structures in such a short period of time was possible? We needed multiple extractions until we finally solidified amorphous images into something tangible. We repeated it so many times until the memories were blurred and emotions were dulled to a point where even the original sin was forgotten. Yes, there truly were countless repeats. It must have been roughly 10 years outside, while this entire facility has been trapped in the cycle for a length of 10,000 years. This eternity is fascinating. All humans are given only one life to live. The future comes to us like the relentless waves of the sea. We cannot go against them. We are merely pushed back. Time Track's technology could only reverse time in a very limited area. This tech was used for trivial things such as granting an infinite moment to the death of a condemned man, or to show to those whose days are numbered their happiest moments. However, when combined with our energy technology, this small technology could bloom into something bigger. We invested in them without hesitation, even though they required a massive amount of funding and energy. That's how Time Track's second invention came to life. If time could be reversed infinitely, we could reach the sky that seemed unreachable. Unfortunately, breaking an absolute law of nature cost us a lot. Although we could rewind time infinitely, it always left some form of distortion, perhaps because this technology has not been perfected. No man could keep their sanity intact in this place, but here you are. You've reached this point even though you limped and groveled along the way. Of course, it wouldn't have been possible if not for Angela, but it is a Herculean achievement that you meant through that journey. Please let your body and mind rest. If just for a brief moment, you must be exhausted. This path after this will be brutal. Extremely brutal. Us, we whom you will meet again, will also be brutal. They will not let you pass as simply as I do. If by any chance you think you're not ready yet, it is okay to go back to the first act. If you made it here once after such a long and hard time, you will surely come here again, no matter how long it takes. We literally have all the time in the world. There's no need to hurry. Just keep in mind that the situation will be much different if you move forward from here. You will be given harsh trials and faded, saturated questions we could not answer. And I am sure you already know this. You can reverse time, but you cannot reverse a tale. Alrighty, and now we can finally move on to day 46. That was really annoying, that issue I had to solve. I used the Lobotomy Corporation mod organizer slash the list thing instead of just throwing the mods into base mod. And yeah, I'm pretty sure that just completely ruined my game, so... That is really weird. My macro is not working right now. Yeah, it seems like my macro mod is just not working right now, so I'm going to have to do this all by myself, it's fine. Alrighty, so that is the dawn ordeal done. We need to go all the way to midnight, I believe. Okay, we are coming up on the white noon now. Yeah, I'm going to have to retry here. I really hate the white fixer. That is really annoying. Alrighty, I am back here, and I quit out of the game, and I actually installed the macro mod. I forgot to do that, so yeah. Okay, that was honestly not too bad. I got the claw down really easily there. So you have decided to move forward, I see. Your body and mind are still incomplete, and yet you limp forward. I must wonder where that confidence of yours comes from. Anyway, you must have some questions, no? One such question may be, who is this old man? He is such a familiar voice and face. You cannot face yourself. Think of me as a mirror of you, a shattered mirror to be precise, scattered to several shards. This old man is one of the many pieces of that mirror. His name is Abel. Filled with rage and obstinacy, waiting to be miserably forgotten, as you can see. I, just like you, decided to proceed, but nothing changed to my surprise. I had trouble sleeping, and the rare nights in which I could sleep were riddled with nightmares. Gee, sorry, I had to sneeze and then I bit my tongue. That was really bad. We were the first humans, or human, to find a way to access the well of humanity. It has existed since the beginning of time, but now it lies forgotten and denied. Today, there are only few who can feel it. Just a handful of people only faintly sensing its presence, but Carmen was completely sure of its existence and tried to persuade us of it. If its existence were proven, that would mean we would be able to reach the well. She believed the cure to the world's disease was related to this well. The research we conducted, taken from Carmen, had left us, was successful. We found a method to siphon from the primordial sea, which had every possibility of humanity, past, present, and future. If everyone had a bucket of their own, they would be able to draw their own water from their individual well. It's fascinating. We even had arrogant thoughts in secret. We thought we could rekindle the long-forgotten flame in the water of life. However, the path we walked was not different from that of Prometheus. What have we accomplished after all of this? We have lost much more than we gained, did we not? You haven't witnessed it, the way our old friend Benjamin met his demise. He was one of the few who could tolerate your ill-temperedness. Yet you did not care to witness his final moments. Fortunately, we have a recording of it, as with every little thing that has happened in this facility. Would you like to give it a listen? The third and final truth, well, it's something you must learn. I understand that the truth hurts. It's hard for me as well. It feels like building up a sandcastle for years only to kick it over once it's done. Doing something like that is beyond agony, to deny the efforts of the past. But I want to make things right, no matter the cost. The final truth is that you are about to begin the repetition of this infinite cycle, with your memories reset, oblivious to everything that has transpired. Leave with me before you can no longer undo what you've set in motion. That's what you've wanted to say. I'm sorry that we have to meet again like this. It did not take very long to find out where you were hiding. I thought I should have given you some time to say goodbye, since this will be the last chance you have to say such a thing to the one you look up to. Angela. I feel as though I become the tragic damsel in distress of a play whenever you speak my name. It may sound like an excuse, but please know this. I am not doing this out of personal feelings or malice. My every action is set by his first order. The absolute order that dictates us not to deviate from the script. Are you really okay with going through with all this? I know you well, and not just because I'm one of the people who created you. I know you're different from the other machines. There's another fact I knew from the start, that you're too valuable to be hiding in such a shabby corner like this. Our conversation is being recorded, and furthermore, I have no obligation whatsoever to answer your questions. Don't be afraid, Benjamin. Everyone you missed and longed to see again is waiting for you. You shall be with them forever. Because you are the last actor, the one who will lead this play to its finale. Bitter, no. Benjamin hid here quite a long time ago. When the TT2 protocol acted, a brief moment became an eternity and overwhelmed him. I assume he tried to run away with me, with us. However, you already know, he failed. Perhaps you feel no guilt for him, for you gave him another life. Think whatever you wish, find solace in your mind, or else he will not endure this place. The brain is one of the vital organs of the human body. Tens of billions of neurons stretch like the branches of a tree and form a great forest. The forest, as long as the original exists, cannot be replanted. Those who perished will awaken metal bodies. It was your plan, yet you couldn't do it alone. However, I've already seen the world ahead of you, the one you have yet to see. Nothing changes. Benjamin, your friends, the employees, their sacrifices were pointless. You've seen how they met their end. You realized how innocent, talented souls of young persons were trapped into machines by your hands, haven't you? We have failed them. The world has forgotten us. Who will pay for their sacrifices? Do you know what we've forgotten? I wasn't perfect, manager. I was always biting off more than I could chew, and I wasn't being realistic. At the same time, this is such a sad place. So I refused to think that I couldn't do anything, but you saw me. You saw how this observation and pressure to blindly move forward eventually ate me away. In the end, what was important was for me to stand with my own two legs. To be aware of where I am and where I should go next, then it naturally rises up, the will inside me. Even if you stand upright, around you is nothing but despair. You may act noble, but you are sailing through the Dead Sea inside you. Emotional thoughts only depraved us. It didn't help us in the slightest. We needed to become more rational, more cold-hearted. The rationality built upon falsehood crumbled me, you, and all of us. We have walked too far to tell such melancholic stories. We thought relying on emotion wouldn't help a thing. However, it became clear that to accept sadness was just as important. The false rationality we held and clung to only made our hearts rot. It is hard to accept at first. You'll feel like you'll crumble in, but it'll get better, I'm sure of it. It is too late to settle down our hearts, I'm afraid. Your mind is already empty and has lost any purpose to move forward. I can hear the murmurs of those I've lost in my ears whenever I shut my eyes. They batter me with questions. Do you really think you will become a better man? I couldn't say anything to refute what they were saying. Do you think you'll be any different? You see, manager, you shouldn't look toward the past at times like this. I know my wrongdoings couldn't be forgiven no matter what I do. I guess that's why I was so ahead of myself. But from now on, I won't be. I can. No, I will become a better person if I continue. Let's live with such a hope in mind, shall we? But what good does all of this do you? How many times must I say you have nothing left? No matter how much you try to control your emotions and calm your mind, you've already been losing your reason to live ever since Carmen left us. Why are you so obsessed with a life that has no more meaning? Look at me. Look at how I am continuing this pointless life awaiting death. If you ask me for a reason to keep on living this life full of pain, I have to say I don't have a good answer yet. You woke me up, but I guess it's my job to take care of whatever comes to me next. I chose to be a bit more fearless. It took me a lot of courage to do so, to continue onward with my life in spite of everything. Just live your life for once, man. Hell, even I made it this far. What makes you think you can't? We've been deliberating for a long time. None of the paths we had thought to be the right answer were correct. How can I not let you pass when you answer our doubts with such confidence and clarity? You, nameless one. To be nameless is a great blessing. A name is a stigma, a constant reminder that one walks the wrong path. The door you will face after leaving this office can be named a trial. It must also be referred to as an ordeal or an agony. You appear to possess the strength and will to overcome such adversity, however. Mass strength to choose a different path, a different future, a different answer. I shall witness your strength. I hope you can finally prove yourself to this doubtful old man. Can't you hear my voice anymore? Please answer me. Alrighty, I need to hire some new employees to fill in my empty spots that were caused by the many deaths I had there dealing with those fixers. Alright, seems like we did not lose any of our level 5 employees, only the level 4 ones, so that is really nice. Alrighty, well, that is where we will be leaving off today's video. Day 47 should probably not be too hard, and day 48 is basically free. Yeah, 47 is, I believe, every upper one at once, and then this one is every middle one, and then the last one is every bottom one, and then day 50 is free, I believe. But yeah, that is where I'm going to be leaving today's video. If you made it this far, thank you for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye!